Something I always found very, very interesting about this game was just how apparent it was with its influences, with what it took inspiration from, and that's something people like to rib the game on, and how supposedly unoriginal the story, or at least the plot was, which at face value, sure. Deltarune sees two kids end up in an alternate world, smack dab in the middle of a prophecy of light and dark. One of the kids is the weird emo outcast loner, the other's the mean one who becomes less mean trademark by the end of the story, both guided by this mysterious sage who may or may not be hiding things from them and from us. Wow, groundbreaking stuff, right? But I always felt like saying that was so downright disingenuous. Like, yeah, the plot structure's been used before. Hell, pieces of it is almost identical to Undertale's when you look at it at its barest. But that's only when you suck every bit of originality and charm and character away from what makes Deltarune what it is.
You see, there's this thing people love to do to make a work of art look bad, and that's dumbing it down, tweaking it to just a mirror outline of what it actually is to say, oh wow, look, it's just like this other thing. You can take pretty much anything, any movie, any game, any show, someone's done it before, and Deltarune is a great example of that.
I mean, it's always been linked really closely to Omori, and for obvious reasons. They both started production at around the same time and are both pixelated indie RPGs heavily inspired by Earthbound and a few other games. Hell, each game's creators contributed music and artwork respectively to each other's games, which is honestly pretty cool. And considering both games' weird-ass release formats, they've sorta always been compared to each other. A lot of the characters seem pretty similar, the premise of each game seems pretty similar, hell, even the stories as a whole seem pretty similar, but saying that just doesn't work because there's no real merit to doing that. To tearing apart any story and saying it's essentially the same as another, or all stories because of the supposed bullshit monomyth. Because these games are just so obviously incredibly different, just like most works that just so happen to share some tropes, even if that was an intentional thing. That's part of the magic of Deltarune I think I found myself really attracted to. I mean, it and Undertale both took tropes and ideas from stories done many times over, but were both able to build something new and beautiful from those ashes, just like all great stories do, but with a much deeper narrative voice, with this seemingly inherent knowledge and confidence that this is something really great. There's not a hint of doubt, an ounce of insecurity in any aspect of these games, and that's something more stories could really use.